Good morning, Saddlebrook 2. Matt Gambick here, your president. I wanted to bring you an update regarding our pursuit of our Chief Operating Officer. My wife and I are leaving as soon as I'm done with this session, and we're headed out of town for the next 12 days. And so before I left, I wanted to report out to you on our progress. As you know, we hired a consulting firm by the name of Management Matters. The principal is Jeff Evans, who has been our consultant and advisor through this process. Jeff went out into the industry and obtained 21 qualified candidate packets. And Jeff screened all those packets and came down to the final 7 that he asked us to interview, us being your board. Last Thursday and Friday, the board spent more than 10.5 hours interviewing these 7 candidates. What made this process a little bit more challenging is Dan Linegar was in North Carolina, Sean Kreiderman was in Michigan, Jeff Evans is located in Pennsylvania, and our candidates came from multiple states. By the gift of technology, we were able to lash everybody up, and we got through those interviews. I'm proud to report to you that we're down to our final 3 candidates. Each of these candidates has a long history of serving in large scale HOAs such as ourselves. The next step in this process will be on-site interviews that will be conducted 12 through 14 August. And when I say on-site interviews, they're actually site visits / interviews. So the process, each of the 3, one will come in on Monday, one will come in on Tuesday, one will come in on Wednesday. They'll have breakfast with half the board, and then I will lead a tour of the community along with a fellow board member in Ray Kuhn. And following that tour, we'll take a couple hours to tour the community. We've arranged for each of the department managers to have a 20-minute one-on-one with those 3 potential candidates. So our department managers will get a chance to meet these 3 candidates and then give us their thoughts, us being the board again. Lunchtime, we'll have lunch with the rest of the board who didn't participate in breakfast. We'll participate in lunch, and after lunch we'll do another hour of department manager meetings. And we'll conclude the day. Each candidate will go through a 2-hour interview session with the board itself. So you can see that's a long day for each of these candidates. This is the process handed to us by our consultant, and it's the process that we will follow. At the end of those on-site visits, the board will select our next Chief Operating Officer. And at that time, then, we'll be in a position to introduce that person to you. Obviously, there's an element of confidentiality associated with this process. All of the candidates are currently employed and working in the industry, and we have to respect the fact that they need to have the right to inform their current employers if they are selected to become our Chief Operating Officer. I want to thank Jeff for his efforts on our behalf. I want to thank the board who endured 2 grueling days of working through this interview process to get us to where we're at. So the good news is we're down to 3 highly qualified candidates. Any one of these 3 will come in here and do a magnificent job for us. And we'll end up selecting one after we're through 12 through 14 August. So there it is. That's the update. That's where we're at in the process. We're making progress. We're moving forward. And within the next few weeks, you'll know who our Chief Operating Officer is going to be. Thank you all. Have a great couple of weeks, and we'll see you. I'll be back here for the 12th. Have a great day.